Recently, the game Little Nightmare came out, and yes, I may have done theories before and they weren't good, but today I have a script and evidence to support my theory on Little Nightmare. Also, spoiler warning really quick for some bits of gameplay and the final boss. So, when Little Nightmare starts, you wake up in an alley, close to an alley, almost. You're living in a box and everything, you're living in a suitcase, and you have pictures and everything. Well, everything seems to be very large, and you are very small. You aren't in your own world, or so we think. Throughout the game, you can find little gnome creatures. They all have the same clothing as Six and seem to be hiding. These gnomes aren't different from Six. In fact, Six is one of them. Every interaction between Six and the gnomes is friendly until you eat one of the gnomes. So all evidence points to Six being a gnome, but what does that mean to Storm? I'm going to say this for later. Some other points I'd like to make clear are the places you go to. You have prisons, kitchens, hotels, and the final boss area. As Six goes through all these areas and eventually escape. Six goes through the area and eventually she escapes. Why are you here? Back to the prison. The most popular theory suggests that Six and the gnomes are captured and when old enough, sent to the kitchen to be eaten. This theory would make sense since every character in the game tries to eat you, but there is a loophole in that. Sure, it makes sense that you would eat the gnomes, but maybe they perceive them as a threat. Countless times we see every available person eat you when they find you. If they were farming the gnomes to be eaten, they wanted the people to stop to capture them and prepare them to be eaten. Plus, when you get to the janitor area, you are close to a part where he can send you to the kitchen to be eaten, yet he doesn't. This means that these people aren't farming Six and others, but protecting themselves. In the scenes where people start to eat, we see they have sausages, like vegetables and everything else, but nothing close to as small as a gnome, such as Six. So technically that means there's no food that would even suggest that they eat the gnomes, either. So now we go to the entire area overall. The map has multiple names for different areas where you visit, but the whole area actually is a prison. When you first start, you see a man has hung himself. He kills himself in the prison area. But it wouldn't make sense for this place to be a humongous prison to keep the gnomes trapped inside. They also, most likely would mean they also send dangerous people here as well. You also see at a point where Six goes to where she is hungry and everything, there's a little boy there, and there's a bunch of prison cells. So honestly, it would make sense for there to be actual prisoners here, and they send them to the gnomes and everything. At the very end of Little Nightmares, we see that Six has killed all the accounts, and before she leaves, everyone tries to stop her. She escapes, and then it goes to show her standing on an island next to a lighthouse. Why would you build an entire society on an island just to hunt kids? That's basically what most people are suggesting, that honestly they're there to kill the kids and everything, but why would you build a whole society on there when it shows that you have lighthouses, that there's ships and everything? Why are you there? So it really doesn't add up. That's why I believe the entire complex is a prison run by the warden, which is the final boss, and is sending dangerous people to stay and eventually get killed by the gnomes. Near the end, we see that Six gets hungry, and she does this throughout the whole game at certain points. The gnomes, as always, are ready to help when she eats. But one time they offer her food near the end, but she doesn't eat the food, she eats them. And then in the battle with the boss, as the boss lays down crying, you start devouring her and finally have your powers. And to be clear, the final boss doesn't actually have any powers. Sure, she walks around the whole place and it seems she is floating and hiding and using powers to hide, but most of the time she's actually just hiding in the shadows of the room, and attacks you until you show her reflection in the mirror. I'll back to a theory on the woman hating. So I'm going back to another theory on this, pretty much. So where actually the woman hates herself and her reflection, puts the kids away and stuff, but the main thing is she's scared of her reflection. But she doesn't actually have any powers. But Six does have powers. So here's my final thought on the whole game, pretty much wrapping it all up, is that pretty much you are a gnome that has grown up in a prison for a while. Many of the other gnomes have died and been captured. You are the only gnome to have lived for so long by eating prisoners sent here to the island. One day you finally find a way to leave. Then you enter the prison section for the gnomes. You see another prisoner who gives you food when you become hungry. You learn the prison and escape the area. Then you go to the kitchen. As your power grows, so does your need for sustenance. You make your way through the kitchen and eat again. Then you finally escape to the hotel section where only a few gnomes live. Everyone is on high alert and ready to eat you. If you run across tables, you narrowly miss getting caught and being killed. Finally, your hunger can't be satisfied by meager food, and so you are forced to eat a gnome. All the other gnomes run at this because this is new to them. You finally make it to the end, where you fight the warden. Here you finally gain all your power and kill all the people on your way out. The other gnomes watch as you escape. So pretty much my final thought is that it is called Little Nightmares because Obviously, 6 is the nightmare everyone is scared of. And so she leaves the prison and everything, and she gets this power that everyone fears. They're scared of the gnomes. They try to kill them. They can't kill Sixto, and in the end, she makes it out. So that is my theory on Little Nightmares and everything. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please like and or subscribe. And have any things you found wrong in this theory, please let me know. I'd love to make another video on this game. And also, I suggest watching full gameplay of this. Any YouTubers and stuff, I'll leave a description for a few videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.